Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tiffany and this is my first YouTube video, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time but I never actually committed to it. So what's up guys? A lot of y'all on Instagram posted a poll and I asked if y'all want me to start a YouTube channel. I got 80 something% yes. So I was like, while I'm talking to you guys, I'm gonna be rolling a blunt today. I already have my bud. I'm gonna smoke a pink. First of all, hi, my name is Tiffany Hernandez. Gonna change it to Miranda because I recently got married. Let me tell y'all a little bit about myself. Y'all know or may not know, I live in Colorado, recently moved in, and it's lit. Before that, I used to live down at Texas, Fort Worth, Southside. Lived there my whole life with my parents since I was like 2. And my parents were really strict parents. More my mom. My mom was more strict than my dad. They're that typical Mexican parent. I am Mexican. They wouldn't really allow me to do a lot of things that kids my age would be able to do. Homecoming parties, prom parties. They never let me do those kinds of stuff because, you know, they're scared that something might happen to me or you never know. I don't want you getting home drunk type stuff. So I never got to go. You know, I was already 19 and happy
birthday to me. Today's my birthday. Today I turned 20.
And I lived there for a long time. I was pretty old. In my opinion, I was pretty old. You know, I was over 18, so I would consider myself as
an adult.
And I wanted to do adult, not even adult things, but things my friends would be able to do without their parents tripping about it. But yeah, so I wanted to do things with my friends, but I always had to cancel them because I already knew my parents wouldn't let me. I got tired of it, and I moved away with one of my friends, one of my old friends. And without telling my parents, I just packed all my shit up and dipped. She picked me up and didn't let them know. They didn't text me. So, you know, I stayed with her. I lived with her. I did a lot of crazy fun stuff with her. It was super fun, you know, I got to finally live my life. So then, you know, at this time, whenever I was living with homegirl, my man was in boot camp training. He is in the army and
ended up graduating boot camp. I went and visited him at Colorado with my mother-in-law. And Christmas, he came and I explained everything to him because at boot camp, he didn't have his phone, so he didn't know what was really going on. I was sending him letters, but the letters were taking forever to arrive to him.
He's like, I think you should do the right thing because, you know, soon I am going to move out with him and I don't want to just believe y'all aren't going to leave in good terms. I knew my mom missed me. I knew my dad missed me. So I was like, I'm going to do the right thing and move out. So, and it is their house, so I have to follow their rules. So I was like, whatever, I'll stay, I'll do the right thing. I moved because it was the right thing, but also because my homegirl that I was living with, she ended up leaving her house. So kind of weird me staying there, you know, and her not being. Anyways, damn, I dropped the nug. Ended up moving back, and you know, time started passing by and arguments started coming again. It was just not good. So me and my mans were like, we are gonna get married ASAP and we're gonna move in together. The reason we got married, disclaimer, whatever, I do love him a lot. Like, I love him so much. He's the best person. The best man I've ever had in my life. I would have waited on marriage, but I didn't mind it because I was so sure of being with him.
In order to move in with him, since he is in the army, I had to be married with him and file as dependent and a whole lot of paperwork just to move in with him.
We talked about this since like January, the beginning of. It took a long time to process all that just because he kept going in and out the state. Army stuff that he had to do and take care of first before he could come down here and we could get married and everything. And May comes and now we're getting married. We weren't gonna make it a big deal because we were just gonna get married on court and just get the paperwork done and then eventually later on wedding, you know, with all our family. But our families being extra, especially my mom being extra, she wanted us to have at least like a little party or something. My mom was like, go order your dress. And I'm looking at dresses, expensive. You know, it was hard looking at dresses. And what am I gonna do? Because I don't know what dress to buy. I don't know where to get it. It's last minute stuff. Party that my mom wanted to make like a week before we were gonna get married because it was just so, like, everything happened really fast. I was stressing and then, you know, I'm over here
trying to see what day I can make it, to see if like my family can make it, my friends can make it, and like some people couldn't, some people.
A whole lot of commotion. I was stressing. Fast forward, we end up having my wedding May 25th, and to say the least, it was so lit.
So lit.
It was like I don't have a lot of friends. I have like 3 homegirls, maybe 4 homegirls. My husband has a lot of friends, and it was just so cool, everyone coming together, and like my family, everyone was lit. It was awesome. Satisfied, drunk, and lit. Let me tell y'all, me and my mans. I don't want to make this whole video about us, but honestly, he has made such an impact in my life. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be right here where I'm at in Colorado in this apartment. Helped me a lot in my life, a lot in helping me grow myself. My husband's name is Andrew Miranda.
We met in high school.
Sophomore year, we had chemistry together, but we didn't even talk. He saw me around school, and till this day, he says that I was the finest girl in school, that he wanted to be with me. I think that's so cute. But a little quiet kid, because he would sit like across the room from me, and he would always go to class, have his headphones in. A little nerd, you know. He says that he would just pretend that he's doing something. He was that quiet kid in class. One time I remember that he said, "Hey, what's up, Tiffany? You trying to smoke?" And you know, my little stoner ass still am. When I was like, "Let's go," and he's like, "No, I'm just playing." Fast forward to senior year, we didn't have no classes together at all. A car, a Honda Civic, and it was my little red car, my first car ever. It was my little cute favorite car, and it had a little tail, little rims. I don't care what he says, he's always hating on it. Girl like into cars and stuff. The guys that were into cars had me on Snapchat and stuff, so for some way, somehow I got my man's Snapchat. I've seen my snaps and my car and stuff, and he will like roast me about my car, but he'll be like joking, and I didn't know because I didn't really know him. I don't know. I ended up wrecking that car. CV axle in the bottom, it was all fucked up, and you know, stuff happened, so I couldn't really drive my car to school. I really want to drive the bus because 1, I didn't want to wake up that early. 2, I don't like those loud ass kids in the morning in the bus. I just didn't want to ride the bus, you know. For friends, you know, rides from different friends and stuff, and a lot of them couldn't, you know, and it's understandable. They have stuff to do, they have a life too. One day I saw him there, and he had off periods, and I did too, and I needed a ride to work because it was like my 3rd day working. Up to him, and I asked him, I was like, "Hey, do you think you could give me a ride? You gas me whenever I get paid," and blah blah. He's like, yeah, of course, you know, being the nice person that he is, give me a ride. And I used to go to the gym back then, so then literally he would take me to work, and this is on downtown, so he didn't really have to make a far drive, but like, you know, still, to work, to gym, to my house. He would pick me up every morning. I would hop in his car. He would be really quiet, you know, he'll just say what's up, and his sister will be in the back because she went to school with us too. I'll start trying to have a conversation, and he'll kind of like giggle, but he didn't really want to talk. I guess he was so nervous. At the time, I had got done from a really bad toxic relationship. It was bad. We ended up talking more and more, and I guess he started liking me, and I started feeling his vibe a little bit more and more. And one day he just picked me up in the morning. We were in his car, and honey cocaine, our baby. He just looked at me. He's like, "Hey, so I have a question." And by then, guys, we were like kind of already hinting each other. Like we would text, you know, them little message hints that you send when you first start talking to someone. I don't need to explain. Y'all know what it is. And he ended up just asking me out that one morning in his car. He said he wanted to make it special and asked me out in his car. I thought it was pretty cute. Ended up saying, yeah, why not? And honestly, at the time, like I said, I had just a breakup with my ex, and I wasn't thinking. I was just like, man, whatever, this probably isn't gonna work because first of all, I've never been his friend, so I don't really know how he is. I never got to know him. Works out, it works out. If it doesn't, if it does. We ended up dating. He was super sweet every single day. I loved him. I learned a little bit more. It was crazy how fast we clicked, and I don't know if it's because we're both Libra.
Because we're both Libra gang.
But we just have so much alike. Literally every food that I don't like, he does not like. Every food I like, he likes. Mostly everything. April 2nd, 2018, when he asked me out.
So So then since it was the end of senior year, he was already like enrolling into the army, looking into that stuff. So he was letting me know, like, hey, I'm gonna do this. Are you sure? So, I was like, okay, Tiffany, this is a commitment.
I would watch those army videos at home and I'll be like, oh, that's sad, but can't relate, can't never be me, and look at me now, that is me. But it's okay because, sometimes distance challenges you. It really, really challenges you. So for y'all army wives or whatever, y'all know what's up. Or long distance relationships, y'all know what's up, because it's really challenging not being able to see each other, or like, it's just different when you're on FaceTime than when you get to actually hold them in your arms and talk in person. But that's a whole nother story. He ended up enrolling to the army. I was like, all right. But I talked to my mom. I was like, Mom, I think I could hit this hoe. I can stay with him forever. It's a commitment. You can't be fucking up, while he's gone or whatever. I'm like, I know. I got this, because I actually love him. And I did. When he ended up leaving, it was hard for me, for his mom, for family. It was really hard, but passed by real fast, and I got to see him whenever he went on vacation, boot camp, whatever. That's the story whenever I moved out of my house and went with my homegirl. Fast forward, I moved back to my crib like I told y'all, and then me and him were trying to get married and move in together, and now we here. We have like 3 weeks moved in now. 3 weeks? About 3 weeks. And it's lit. Like, I love it. It's amazing. I mean, obviously, like, since the army was so long that we went without seeing each other, we basically weren't really together for that long. We were like together for maybe, in reality, 3 months since high school, and he went to the army. Our relationship was really online, on FaceTime, visual, whatever you could say. It's lit. Like, I love it. I love Colorado. I love living with him. And yes, I do smoke in front of him or whatever. He doesn't really care. He knows that it helps me a lot with anxiety, sleeping. But he be coming tired from work and he knocks out so quick. I'm just like looking at him like, damn, I ain't even tired. I missed you all day. Because I'm not working yet, because we're planning
to visit Texas on his birthday, which is in a couple of days.
We're getting lit. But yeah, guys, that's a little bit about myself. I'm usually home alone, painting. I don't know if y'all fuck with my paintings. This is my favorite one, Patrick. I drew all of these except, and this one that I haven't finished for my mans, because I don't know if I told y'all the car that he has. It's a GT 04 and it's really badass. He loves it. He has had 5 years with this car since he was a freshman, sophomore. I don't know if I'm mistaken. Sorry, babe. He's had that hoe for a long time, and her name's Honey Cocaine. She's a white GT. She's thick now. So she was automatic when he first got her, and then he like transferred the whole thing to standard. She's really loud. I love her, and he taught me how to drive standards, so shout out to him. I was always into cars, like I said. My Honda was an automatic. That house still drove. I really miss that Honda. My parents sold it whenever I ended up moving out or leaving my house with my homegirl. They ended up selling it.
Since they sold it and I moved back, and obviously I needed a car to go to my job or whatever.
He was in the army, and he ended up selling his car to his homeboy that I dislike. I'm not gonna call his name, but he had that car and he kind of basically fucked it up. He fucked up a lot of gear, so he had to get a whole transmission so it could work, so I could use it. Shout out to my mans again for letting me keep his car for then. She's still a little rusty. She's usable, she's just not like 100%. So we don't want to bring her down here yet, like driving down here yet. So we're gonna like either like ship her down here or something, because I really miss her. That's another thing that I love about him, is that I think that's what got us together. I think our cars. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and click out of this video, smoke the rest of this, call my homegirls up, see if they wanna match with me, and I'll see you on the next video.